What's going on, coaches? Coach Career from GeneralGridiron.com, aka the General, aka one half of the Connecticut Youth Football Podcast. Obviously, it's a snowy, wintry day. I'm on call, on standby at work here in Norwich, Connecticut, at your local Courtyard Marriott, and obviously bored out of my mind waiting to get called out. But I wanted to talk some ball. Today, we're going to talk about the twin concept. The twin concept is a misdirection type play. It's a key breaker type play. You pair it with the duo type play. The duo play is I explained it on this channel a couple years ago. You could look if you want to see how it correlates to what we're doing here. It's a good package for duo. It's a good play if you got a lesser athletic line because it's not too many moving parts. It's going to be one person pulling instead of two, like on your normal counter OT play or whatever you guys call it. I call it counter OT, which stands for off guard and tackle rack. It's a simple enough play out of your straight pro formation. We're going to look at it running left today just for the sake of time and transparency. I'm going to get into how the play works with all the techniques, and then I'm going to show you what I call designation, which is the play is better against some defensive looks than others. But just because the defensive look that they give you doesn't mean you stop running the play. That's where designation comes into play, where we're going to move some pieces and give ourselves an advantageous formation to make the play work. So that's what I consider called designation. Obviously, everybody knows I'm a wing T guy, but there was a time in my life where I've always been fascinated by pro-style run game. I've always been fascinated by the 90s Nebraska run game. Obviously, I'm a wing T guy, and that's why I decided to spend the course of my career studying and researching and refining. But for a good part of my career, I was in this pro eye look because of the type kid I had in East Hartford. And I've mentioned that before on these other episodes that I have in years past. So let's get right into the play. 25 twin. Obviously, the way I label it, I would consider this guy the 2-back, this guy the 3-back. But that's what I would do. You can call it whatever you want. The key to this play is selling the duo concept. So if you're pounding the ball off tackle to the right, now duo, for you guys that don't know, is a power without a pull. It's a gap scheme, but it has some zone elements because you're reading this front side linebacker. This play here, we're going to read the double team, and you'll see how I get into it. So it kind of breaks the keys of duo. And you'll also see some similar type blocks of why it pairs well with duo. So the first part of the play is we got to get this running back taking his jab step, aiming, chasing the leg of that front side tackle like he would on duo. Okay? So that's going to allow these backers to try to get some movement here. All right? So once we do that, that's the first part of the play of what we're trying to do. We're trying to get these guys to take a false step this way. So once they do that, we're going to get them flow in that direction. All right? That's the key point to the play. Running back has to start off on his duo path. All right? Let's start from the left side out. This is about the offensive line, so I'm not going to get into what the receivers and all that doing because really, you can do anything with those guys. I make my money dealing with these guys up here. So first part of the play is we're going to base block this end right here. We're going to take an inside gap step and try to turn him out. We're going to get a double team here. It's going to be an ace double team, and we're going to work that double team back. Okay, so we're going to get a cutoff backside here. This right guard is going to use a brace technique here and hold this gap because here's the twin. Here's the tackle wrap to the backer. Tight end. Because the fullback is going to come out and take, just like on duo, kick out the force player, we're going to take an inside step and make sure we shut off that C gap from any leakage. So we got the sand block, we got the end block, okay? So we're solid on the backside. Nothing can happen there. Our running back's taking his jab step, making it look like the duo path, and then he's going to come back over, square up, and aim for that double team. Quarterback's going to get him the ball, keep out on his boot. So that way that should take care of that guy as well, that strong safety. The running back, off his jab step, is going to square up and follow that wrapper into the alley. And you should have a nice gain there. This play is great because it's a lookalike play to duo. It's a counter OT alternative because you're not pulling two from the backside. You're just pulling one. You're getting the misdirection look. It's a better play for lesser athletic linemen. So if you guys got a lineman that's not too athletic, this is a perfect misdirection play where there's not too many moving parts. You're getting your ace double team to the backside. You got your right guard using a brace technique, making sure we're getting no spikage from this end. We're solid between the fullback and the tight end on the right side. There's very little room for leakage here. And it's a downhill play coming right at you with the puller there. Now, some people are going to say, what about this guy? Well, if he's reading anything, he's getting a base block here. He's taught to hold. So by the time he holds and comes, this play should be buying. But if he is giving us a problem, and this is what I'm talking about, not letting them chase us out of a play, there's things we could do off the base play. So let me just, don't mind the board. It's the junkiest board I had, and I just brought it on the road with me. Okay? If you think that outside linebacker is going to give you an issue, this is where designation comes into play. Okay, now, if we really want to make it look like a true Duro, and you can take your chance if you have a good center, you can base up the nose, and we can fan the backside. Still use the brace technique here, and we still got the wrap. Okay? So this is what I'm telling you. Don't let people chase you out of a play. There's always a way. That's one way we can handle it. Another way, if that Mike is giving us trouble and the will, or we're just having trouble on this way, we could motion this guy over, go to a twins look. Now, one of these guys has to widen. If he widens, we go back to the other way and run it with the ace double team to the backside and wrap. If he just stays and he wants to detach, then we go to the fan technique and run the play. If they stack the linebackers and give us a stack look, with those dogs wide. Once again, use your motion. Motion them over here. We'll go to the twins look. And now either the dog got to come out or they got to detach this guy. And once again, we got the play. If the dog walks, stay with the base scheme, ace it, brace, wrap for the win linebacker, seal and will. So we're solid on the backside. Nothing changes for these guys. He's still going to run his kick out to the force. He's going to take a step and come back. What we're trying to do is cut off the defense from the backside, get a block in the alley, and we should have a window in here to run. If everything's going well on the backside, this ball may be able to squirt back, but that's not the concept of the play. The play is it's a complement play for the duo concept, which when we're talking about complements, complementary football is wing T theories. People say, oh, you don't see wing T in today's modern game. Absolutely you do. You see it every week. You just don't know what you're looking at because you don't understand the school of thought of what goes into the Delaware wing T. So this is a complement play for the duo play. Obviously, there's things they could do to stop the play, but you got to be able to use formations and understand your scheme, how you adjust the blocking to make the play go. Now, against the even front, I believe it's even a better play. Even if they give you the hard 8-man box with the 4-4, well, you're going to get a double team here. We're going to move these vertical. Double team here, moving vertical. You're going to base them out. You're going to seal and will. Fullback can take care of that end. So we're solid across the front. Back right there. Back's going to get square up, hit that double team, and there's your play. That's against the base 4-4. You don't have to do any movements or any shifts against any kind of even front against the I formation, especially if you can beat up the right side. If you can beat up the right side with either inside zone, power, or duo, you got a great complementary play in the twin play. Now, this play can be ran from a variety of formations. You can also counter it back with the wing back. You can counter it back with the fullback off a step and come under the cut play. You can have the quarterback fake the toss and then follow the pull up the middle. There's a variety of things you could do with this play. It's just some food for thought on, I know a lot of guys in the youth game run the I formation. Here's just another way that you could add a misdirection play with very little moving pieces in a simple enough blocking scheme, especially if your guys ain't all that athletic. I think there's a lot of value in this. Hopefully, you guys got a thing or two you can take out of this. Any questions, you guys know how to get at me. I was just bored today and I wanted to talk some ball, and I wanted to give you a concept that honestly, you could look at it. I run this. I've paired this blocking scheme up with the Sally play on earlier on my YouTube page. If you look at Sally, you'll see something very similar to this blocking scheme, especially with the fan concepts. Obviously, you could block it the base way I showed you. You could fan it. You could depending on the front is going to depend where your combos are and what you're going to do to handle the backside. But the backside is pretty much straightforward. Block the guy over you because you know the tackle is going. So we got to stay firm on the backside. On the front side, if it's odd, you're going to get an ace double team to the backside linebacker. If it's stacked, you're going to get an ace double team to the Mike. If it's even, we're going to move both double teams, this ace double team and this deuce double team, vertical. We're going to try to get 2 for 2 here, 2 for 2 here, the wrap on the wing linebacker, and here comes the back right up his butt. It's an effective, easy play. Hopefully, like I said, you guys get a thing or two you can take from it. Until the next time.